Greetings, folks. This is Mason Weaver with another segment of Stay Right or Be Left. I am the founder of LeaveThePlantation.org, Leave the Plantation organization, and we're here to help liberals recover from the abusive condition called liberalism. And we're going to invite you to join us only if you're ready to leave that slave mentality and you're tired of being a victim, you're tired of being scared, if you're worried about the earth not being around, the air not being clean, the water being dried up, if you're worried about the environment that man is causing, stay there. If you're tired of being a victim, you're tired of being afraid, you're tired of not even knowing what your gender is, then join us. We're going to have a group together to help you get over this mental illness called liberalism that's being controlled and maintained and organized and pushed by the Democrat Party of America. The Democrats hate America, and they hate everything about America. Today, we're going to dive into this reparations. This is June the 17th, 2019. It's the middle of the summer. It is Juneteenth, the 13th to the 19th. Juneteenth. Look it up. Maybe I'll do a video of what Juneteenth really is. But once again, the House of Representatives is bringing up reparations. And I want to talk to my black audience. I want to talk to you. I'm an old dude. Reparations is a trick. It is a game. I've seen it too many times before. First off, if Democrats really were for reparations, they would have done it when Obama was president. The first 2 years, where they controlled everything in Congress, everything in the government. They control the judiciary. They control the House. They controlled the presidency. They could have done everything they wanted to do. As a matter of fact, they did do everything they wanted to do without any input from Republicans. We had no power. I'm a Republican. We couldn't stop nothing. They gave us Obamacare Christmas Eve night, middle of the night. We couldn't stop it. So Obama gave us Obamacare, but Obama did not give us reparations. Obama did not give us relief from slavery. Obama actually made more of us slaves. Obama increased the black unemployment. He reduced the amount of black-owned businesses. He reduced the amount of black home ownerships. He increased the amount of black abortions. Obama did not help black people when he had total power. And so now, since Republicans have won the Senate and the presidency and Democrats have taken back the House is going to bring up reparations to scare you, to have an issue they can talk about Republicans in. They know it will not pass. They know they can bring it up and they can vote for it and show you they're for the cause. They can show you they really want to help you, knowing it will never get past Trump, knowing it will never get past the Senate. It is a dead issue made up to get you emotionally involved with them. The Democratic Party is like a pimp treating you like you're a 14-year-old schoolgirl lost. They think only emotions is all they need to control you. Do you really believe the Democrats are going to give you reparations? Let's discuss it for a minute. Democrats control poverty neighborhoods. The ghetto votes overwhelmingly Democrat, and Democrats do not want to change that. If they gave black people $100,000 reparations, do you think that you will stay in your neighborhood? Do you think you'll move if they gave you $10,000? You will move out and abandon those neighborhoods that they control and they get their votes from, and you'll move someplace better they don't control, and your neighborhoods would be in disarray because the slumlords who own the houses that you're living in will abandon them when nobody's going to rent them. So what would happen? The city would take over the housing and offer it as an incentive for other folks to buy and rehab the houses. So middle class people will buy those homes up and rehab them and fix them up and pay the back taxes and put the bricks up, paint it up really good, cut the grass. And now you have a middle class neighborhood. Whoa, they don't vote Democrat. So those Democratic leaders will lose their votes, lose their seats, lose their power if they bring economic advantage to you black people. If they bring you out of poverty, black people, they will lose their power. They do not want to lose their power, so now they're going to bring up reparations to promise you money, trying to buy you back into slavery, knowing good and well they don't want it and Republicans don't want it, but they're going to blame Republicans for not supporting this. If I was in charge of the Republicans in Congress, I would say, let's vote on it then. Okay, let's vote on it. Let's promise to give every black person $10,000. Let's vote on it and see what the Democrats would do. The same thing it did on the Dreamers. When Trump wanted to free the Dreamers from this twilight zone of citizen, non-citizen, they backed away from it. They said it's a trick. They've been begging for this, demanding this, and also they didn't do that with Trump when Obama was in power. Let's talk about, they're going to bring up, the House is going to have a hearing on this. They're going to have a hearing on reparations, and there's our good friend Sheila Jackson Lee is going to head it up, and she's going to be out there talking about what a great thing we need to do on reparations. So there she is. She's going to be talking about it, but she's going to be having you're going to have Danny Glover, folks. They're going to bring in Danny Glover. Now, I want someone to tell me something. I'm afraid. They're bringing in Danny Glover to testify about reparations. What are we going to do? A movie star, an actor. Are they going to give him a script to rehearse? Why do they think that black people follow the stars? Are we some kind of, are we morons? They're going to follow the stars so that we now can listen to our leaders? Do black people need leaders? Democrats think so. They're going to tell you about the reparations and how we're needed because we're still suffering. No. Liberal Democrats are still suffering. 75% of black people live above poverty. 75% of black people are doing okay. We got jobs. Since Trump got in office, we got more jobs. We're going to school. More of us to school now since Trump. Black-owned businesses since Trump got elected. 400% increase. What did Obama do, folks? I'm talking to you black folks now. Reparations. Let's say they gave it to us. Because I keep hearing the arguments that, well, we gave the Japanese reparations. Yeah, those who were in prison. Not their ancestors, not their kids, not 8, 9 generations later. They gave those who were put in internment camps, illegally, unconstitutionally, reparations. But black folk, we've been here now a few hundred years past slavery. It's about time we get over that. So they gave black people, they said we're going to give black people $10,000 next week. Are you going to give that to the black folks who migrated from Africa last year? Are you going to give it to those who became citizens from South America 10 years ago? Are you going to give them for those white people that have to pay? I guess you're going to tax the 75% of black people who are now middle class. You're going to tax them to pay black folks who are not working reparations. Are you going to go back now and you're going to have black folks repay the affirmative action programs, the welfare programs, the special programs they have? See, those programs that Democrats put on you, those programs are to enrich their leaders. They do a $100 million program for anti-poverty, and the administrators get that money. Black folks get services, but they don't get any money. It's passed around to the Democratic friends and union friends so they can give money back to their campaigns. You are being pimped. You're being used, black people. I'm tired of it. If you're tired of this, then leave us. The Democratic Party hates America. My new book comes out in a few weeks. The Democratic Party hates America. The truth right between the lies. They have given you Jim Crow. They've given you slavery. The Democratic Party gave you abortion. They gave you segregation. They gave you separate but equal. They gave you ghettos. They own every ghetto in America. They're supporting illegal aliens more than they support you. They want gun controls, and the original purpose of gun control, which you will see in this book, the original purpose was to keep black people unarmed, and it's still the purpose today. They're the founders of the KKK, and they also believe in sanctuary cities that keep you down. Get this book on my website, either leadtheplantation.org. The pre-sales are going on now. The pre-sale site is the Democratic Party hatesamerica.com, and you'll be able to get that book and be able to see more and more reasons of why you should leave that abusive belief system. Black folks, get off the plantation. Don't sit around trying to make the plantation better. We have an organization built just for you, an organization that's going to make it easy for you to leave. It's difficult to leave. You have to admit, in order to leave the plantation, you have to admit it's a plantation. You have to admit that Master has controlled everything about you. You have to admit that all those leaders, including Danny Glover, has been lying to you. Your preacher has been lying to you. Your politicians have been lying to you. The people on TV, your movie stars have been lying. The rappers have been lying. You have to admit that it's very difficult as an adult to admit you've been totally, completely fooled. But those of you who are tired of it, those of you who have had enough, I've had enough. I left a long time ago. It's easy for you now. You're going to be prepared to lose all your friends. You're going to be prepared to lose everything that you hold around you. But on the other side of that gate, there are friends, there's supporters, there's love, there's education, there's fellowship. So join us. We have an organization set up on the 4 principles. God is the head, period. It is the only source of freedom. If you're uncomfortable talking about God, you will be uncomfortable in this organization. It was the black folks who came out of slavery singing those Negro spirituals. You will not see black people or any people go into slavery while they're praising God. So, and our freedom came. We start worshiping God in those fields. We're going to have a spiritual section to get you connected to that free spirit of God and leave that spirit of slavery there to the devil. We're going to have a political section that will get you the political know-how to vote right, to vote for your family, not for your group, not for your organization, to vote for your own personal safety, your own personal beliefs. If you voted for personal belief, you will not have the cops beating your behind in the ghetto, because you vote for the mayor, you vote for the city council, you vote for the police chief, and you complain about how they treat you. Economical section. That's where you're going to learn how to count your money and make your money. You're going to learn why rich people call it cash flow and poor people call it making dough. And we're going to teach you how economics works so you can vote the best way to maintain economic superiority for yourself. And then cultural. We don't have a black culture. We have a slave culture given to us by the slave master. We're taught to speak in rhetoric. Give something back to your community. Never give something back to your family. Don't forget where you came from. Never don't forget where you're going. We're going to change that to a new culture, the culture of freedom, the culture of success. So I'm asking you to join us. Go back to leavetheplantation.org. If you're tired of this mess, reparations, miss. Affirmative action, miss. They've always had programs for us. Sharecropping, slavery was a program. They got a program for you too. I got one for you. Instead of master's program, master your own program. This is Mason Weaver. Stay right or be left. Eternity, it's a long time to be wrong. God bless you.